Hey, welcome back. So today we're going to tackle a subject that, let's face it, a lot of us remember with a bit of a groan, multiplication tables. But what if I told you we can make learning them actually fun, creative, and something you'll be genuinely proud of? Let's dive in.
I mean, am I right? For so many of us, memorizing those tables just felt like this endless, boring task, just reciting lists of numbers over and over and over again. It's so easy to get frustrated and totally zone out.
But here's the thing, it absolutely does not have to be that way. There is a much, much better way to master this super important math skill. We're going to flip the script and turn that repetitive practice into a hands-on, creative project.
And here it is, the big solution, the multiplication table book project. Seriously, this is such a brilliant way to turn learning into an act of creation. You'll be building something that's not just useful, but is 100% yours.
So what exactly is a multiplication table book? Well, it's kind of what it sounds like, but also so much more. You're literally going to build your own book to master the tables from 1 all the way up to 20. But you're not going to do it by just memorizing. You'll do it by discovering cool patterns, using real-life examples, and even adding fun activities. Okay, so you're probably thinking, how do I even get started? Let's walk through the project blueprint. Think of it as a simple, step-by-step guide that anyone, and I mean anyone, can follow to build their own book. First things first, let's get our materials together. And you don't need anything fancy, really. Just a basic A4 notebook or scrapbook, a ruler, a pencil and an eraser, some colored pens, and hey, if you want to get really creative, grab some stickers or do some drawings for decoration. That's it. Simple. All right, now for the really fun part. How do you actually structure this thing? We're going to build it out with a few core sections that'll turn your notebook into a true math masterpiece. So here's the game plan. You'll start with a quick intro, just defining what multiplication tables even are. Then a page on the main concept, that multiplication is really just repeated addition. After that, we get to the heart of the book, a dedicated page for each and every table. And this is where it gets really good. You'll have a pattern page to find all the hidden math tricks and a real-life page to see how it all works out in the wild. Check this out. Here's a great example of how a simple trick like color coding can make a huge difference. For the table of 6, you'll notice every single answer is an even number. So they're all colored blue here. You could use a different color for odd numbers in other tables. It's just a small visual cue, right? But it totally helps your brain spot those patterns and remember the results. And that brings us to what is, honestly, my favorite part, the pattern page. This is where you stop just memorizing and you start becoming a math detective. Because here's the secret. Multiplication isn't random. It is full of these amazing hidden patterns just waiting for you to find them. And this just perfectly illustrates what I'm talking about. Look at these two simple codes you can crack. For the table of 9, get this. The digits in the answer always add up to 9. Look, 9 times 3 is 27, and 2 plus 7 is 9. How cool is that? And for the table of 5, the answer always ends in a 0 or a 5. Our brains are literally wired to look for these connections. A pattern isn't just a trick. It makes the numbers memorable. And once you see these, you can't unsee them. Okay, so finding these patterns is awesome, but why does it actually matter? Well, this next section is all about connecting the dots, from what's in your notebook to the real world. You're about to see exactly where multiplication pops up, every single day. So let's picture a simple everyday scene. You walk into a room and you see 4 rows of chairs. And you look a little closer and you notice that each one of those rows has exactly 6 chairs in it. So the obvious question is, how many chairs are there in total? I mean, you could start counting them one by one, or you could use your new superpower. And boom, the answer is simple. 4 rows times 6 chairs per row equals 24 chairs. It's fast, it's efficient, and it's incredibly useful. That right there is multiplication in action, solving a real problem in just a couple of seconds. So, you've done it. You've finished your introduction, your tables, the pattern page, the real-life examples. You've created something amazing. But what's the real payoff? What have you actually gained from this whole process? Well, by finishing this project, you've basically unlocked a whole set of math superpowers. For real, you'll be able to confidently recall your tables, you'll spot those cool patterns everywhere, and you'll know how to apply multiplication to solve actual problems. Your speed, your accuracy, and just your overall feel for how numbers work, it's all going to be stronger than ever. This quote from the source material just sums it all up perfectly. The end goal here isn't just to have a finished book, it's about gaining a whole new level of confidence. It's that feeling of being able to say, yeah, I get this now, and knowing you can actually use it. And that, right there, is the real takeaway. This project isn't about making a pretty scrapbook. No, you've actively built a powerful, personalized tool for your own learning. It's a tool you made and one you can keep using and adding to as you go. So now the only question left to ask is, what will your math masterpiece look like? What colors are you going to use? What awesome patterns are you going to discover? The blueprint is right here. Now it's your turn to get creative.
Students, don't forget to write your new project from school in comment section.
Yes, we can't wait to read them. हम जरूर आपके दिए गए विषय पर वीडियो बनाएंगे. Thanks for watching. Please like and follow our channel.